Hey guys, so we're going to go over quickly how to do some of those things in Keynote. I like to use Keynote. The animations, there's a bit more that you can do with the animations, and it's a little bit more user-friendly. I think so. If you're a big PowerPoint buff, then you might disagree with me. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive in and check this out. So the first thing we're going to do is make a calendar. I'm going to do it a little different than I did in PowerPoint. So you just have to click on the calendar. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And I want this to be 7 days a week. And I'm going to do this a little differently than I did it in PowerPoint, and you will see why in a second. So I could type in there like this. The only issue is it's a little bit more difficult to make these all the same size after you move one of these. Whereas in PowerPoint, it's a lot easier to do so. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make them so they're a little more square-like. Click on this little corner there, drag this down, get your size you want, and we are ready to rock and roll. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually make a shape. And the reason I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna do my days of the week with these cool shapes. So Monday, there we go. And once you have this done, you can click on it, and right over here on this side, you can add your actions for animations. If you look in the top right-hand corner, you're in Animate. And if we want to format it, we want to do it a different color. We want to do it this color, that color, whatever, or we can kind of pick our own. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that one. And again, I am going to go ahead and go to Animate. I'm gonna add an effect, and I think the reason I like these ones, so it tells you to build in, that's going to drop it or fly it in. I like the actions for the days of the week because I don't want them to fly in. I want them to all be there. So I'm going to add an effect, and I'm going to have it bounce. Okay. So now I have that. I'm going to copy and paste it. So now I have my next day. Okay. And now you can see it already copied the action also. So all I have to do is add Tuesday. And again, before you do anything, make sure you have all the you have all the text you want, size you want, everything you want, because then it's a lot easier just to copy paste one that's ready to rock and roll than it is to edit each one like this that I'm doing now. So let's say we got those two ready to go. We can add another one, copy paste. Again, it's going to copy your animations as well. And we might have to use a little smaller font because my Wednesday's not going to fit. And that is okay. So we can go ahead and do that. Anywho, that's how that goes. The next part would be to start adding your calendar days. And you can do them in a variety of different ways. You can use a circle, you can use a square. I'm just going to put it inside this little dot here. Again, what you want to do is get your format, everything you want, first, text, and whatnot. Highlight that, make it a little bigger, not too big. And again, if you want to change the color, just make sure you click on it. Style, maybe we want this pink, maybe we want this yellow. Nah, yellow's not too great. Let's do orange. I've been orange lately. Again, once this is done, we want to click on it again. We want to make sure it's animated. I want these ones to fly in, so you want this to build in for Keynote. So you're gonna add an effect, and we can drop it. They actually have really cool ones too, where like anvil's kind of fun. So you can do that. After we do that, we just copy, paste, move it on over, copy, paste, move it on over, copy, paste, move it on over, and then we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Check that out. And then when we play it, you'll see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then if we add the rest of the days of the week, and then you'll see boom, 2, 3, 4. And if it was too slow, you can change the time. And what I would suggest is to play it first, see if you like the speed before you do all those copy pastes, because then you're going to end up what I'm doing now. But I mean, it's not that hard to do. It's pretty quick. Just 1 second. Cool. All right. And if one of them gets out of order for some reason, you can click right here to build order, and it kind of gives you an idea of what's going where. So like for this one, if I forgot to add Friday in my build, I can go off and all I have to do is kind of drag it to where it needs to go, which is kind of nice. All right, so that's how you build your calendar. Next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is a morning message. Again, this is kind of easy. You can start with the shape box or you can start with the text box, either way. So we're gonna do good. I'm gonna put it there. Again, make sure you format everything first. Top right-hand corner, format. We want this to be a good size, maybe 100, let's say. Yeah, it's about okay. Maybe a little bit bigger. But you wanted to make it so it's kids can see it, and then you have enough space for the restrooms. All right, good. All right, we're gonna click on it. Ooh, we forgot to do our animate first. Top right-hand corner, animate, add an effect. We don't want it to build in, we want it action, because I want the word to stay there because it's part of my sentence. So I think we want to scale this one. Good. Or we could do something else. Let's change it to, I always like this one too, pop, because then it's like you're reading it, right? So good, copy, paste. One thing it likes to do though is capitalize, so you're gonna have to fight with that. Good morning, copy, paste. And that's only because it thinks it's the beginning of a sentence because it is a new text box. Good morning, class. Cool. So likes to fight that. All right. So when you play your thing, you can go ahead and play it. And when you see it, it'll say, good morning, class. And you can kind of play with the animations to make it whatever you want. All right. So when you're adding pictures for either one, but you can always just copy a picture and then just paste it. You guys can already tell my favorite thing is copy paste. Or you can go up here to the top and to media. And from media, you can actually go to, you can go to your photos, or you can go to choose, and that's gonna open up your folders. And like we are working on an emotions thing. So I've got some pictures in here. So you can put your emotion right there, your picture. You can say today is Mad Monday. And I can put my little support there to help them read that Mad Monday part. Cool, so that's kind of how you do morning message. So we've gotten calendar, morning message. Now let's go ahead and go into a quick how to make some number stuff go on. So the first thing you're gonna do is start with the shape. And I'm gonna use this guy because he's kind of fun. Put it in the corner. You can put it wherever you want, really. Listen to me. So let's do fun, let's do 4. Again, you wanna make sure we're not gonna really copy this one, but you wanna make sure you get everything the size you want first. Let's go ahead and just put 101, because I'm dangerous. I'll do 101. Cool, so we got that going on, okay? And you wanna animate it. Sorry about that. You wanna animate it. I want this to stay there, so we're gonna do action. Remember, build in means it's gonna fly in, build out means it's gonna fly out. And there are good reasons to use that, and we can go over one. Add an effect. I want this one to blink. So I can say point to the 4, and when it's playing, they can point to it and it blinks, all right? So the next thing I'm gonna do is you can add pictures. So like I have a fish in this one right here, but if you didn't have pictures, you don't wanna take any time to do the pictures, you can actually do shapes, and they got all kinds of different shapes in here. There's trees, there's animals. This is kind of like the symbols in PowerPoint. This one's just called shapes. I'm gonna do some cute rabbits, and let's go ahead and change them color. So again, top right-hand corner, format, and style. We can change the color of this rabbit. I want him to be a cute pink rabbit. Cool. And let's go ahead and do a border just for fun. And there we go. So now what I want to do with this guy is I want him to bounce, or maybe I can help him when I click on him. So copy, paste, boom, I have my next rabbit ready. Copy, paste, boom, next rabbit. Copy, paste, boom. Cool. So I'm going to show you another cool thing about Keynote that you can use. And if you wanted to add the number, like I usually type out 4 right here, you can do that also. But one of the cool things that Keynote can do with that build out is what I'm gonna do again is I'm gonna add another action to this guy. So I can tell them again to point to the number 4. So I'm going to add action, and I want him to jiggle this time. So after I do that, I'm going to click on my first rabbit that I want, okay? And I want this one to build out. I'm going to tell him that the rabbit ran away, okay? So let's go ahead and make it, let's see, we can make it blast away. Boom, that's kind of fun. All right, so do that, add action. Oh, we don't want to do it on this one. We want to build out, and it's right here in your recent one, blast. Click, build out, add effect, blast. Click, build out, add effect, blast. Boom. So now watch, this is kind of fun because when we're here, you can say point to the number 4, they point, and then you can say, all right, we're going to count the rabbits. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rabbits hopped. All right, now point to the number 4 again. All right, now we can tell them that the rabbits ran away. So we're going to count down now. So we have 4 rabbits, 4. Now we have 3 rabbits, 3. Now we have 2 rabbits, 2. Now we have 1 rabbit, 1. And you can actually have them build back in again if you wanted to, where you would just click on it, and instead of going to build out, you want to build it back in, add an effect, and then you can add an effect for they come back in. Cool. And then sort of like the PowerPoint, same thing. If you want to add for sorting, you can add all kinds of blue turkeys, and we can add some more birds. Oops, shape. And we can get a rooster in there. And maybe we can sort by animal, or maybe we can sort by if it has feathers or if it would have fur. It's a little harder when you have pictures like this, but if you can go on the internet and look for real pictures, you only have to insert it once, and then you do copy, paste, everything for copy, paste. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete those. Instead, I'm gonna just do regular basic shapes. I'm gonna do circles, and I'm going to do diamonds. And the last one I'm going to do is a square. So right now they can sort them by the shape. All right, let's make this a little bigger, and let's make this guy a little bigger. Ooh, that'll be interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this one's color. So again, you're going to go top right hand corner, format, and then click on your desired color. I like pink for this guy. I want this one, blue is fine for that one. I want this one purple for sure. And if you don't see the colors you want, you can click on this little button, and it'll bring you up some more colors. Cool. All right, so copy paste your friend. I like all of these, so I'm gonna copy all 3 of them. Boom, boom, boom. Now I can just move them around. And the same thing could be used for patterns. You can just make a template where you have a whole bunch of these squares, and you can just copy paste. In fact, I can do that right now. Let's copy one of each of these. We're gonna do new slide, and I'll show you a quick pattern one as well. So now we have 3 of those, okay? All right, watch how cool this is. All right, so we want a whole bunch of these, so I'm gonna just click on all 3, and then control copy, paste. All right, got a whole bunch of those. Now all I have to do is add a line. And what we can do is we can, let's make this little, oops, I don't want that. Let's make this a little thicker. And what I can do now is I can use these shapes to build a pattern. And so a lot of things you can do like really quickly, and copy paste is your best friend. All right, last thing I'll show you, and is you can actually make a book with the kids while you're on there. This is kind of bonus. So we were making an animal book. So this is from our animal book, but I asked them to pick an animal, and then in the background, I was searching for a picture, found a picture, and then posted it on here. And then we said, look at the whale shark, watch her swim. She is huge. So they added the words to this book. And the cool thing is, like, after this is done, one of the cool things about Keynote is you can actually convert it to, or you can export it as a movie. So when we finish this book, we can have it as a movie and they can watch it, and you can actually do a voiceover on it as well, which is really cool. And then you'll have their own book that they created, and you have a voiceover on it also. So anyways, I hope you guys got a little something about that. If you have any questions, I'll provide my email so you guys can ask me a question it'll be part of the things I send over. But thanks, guys. And yeah, I had fun. Thank you. Bye, guys.